think probably I'll start with one of the things that everybody's been asking me lately is, did I think that this was possible at the beginning of the season? And I absolutely thought this was possible at the beginning of the season. When you look on paper and you look at the personnel and the things that you have going on, you know, I really thought that this is a team that could get themselves to the Final Four. And I'm sure people have read, then we went 3-3, and I wasn't so sure. But you know, what we've done, I think, throughout the season and what the players did, because I think as coaches we all know, you know, we try, we do different things, we're a little crazy, but until the players decide that they're the one, that they're going to make a change and they're going to get it done, you know, and they think that they stepped back after we lost 2 in a row and said, you know, this is not what we want for this season, and really made a change in themselves. You know, we've played all season long. It seems like, you know, we're on this great run and everything's gone easy, and we all know it's never easy. We've played without Hillary several times. She had a rib injury early in the season in November, and she sat out several games. We've played without Alex for a couple games. One game we played without both Alex and Hillary. And if you know the scout report, you know that they're a big part of what we do. We played without our starting point guard for the first semester. She was abroad in Spain. We've had different injuries. So, you know, what I really love about this team is we've played through them all. Different people have gotten a lot of experience. And I think that we've grown in that, the why we're 24-1 since that loss is completely due to those experiences that they've had.
Coach Alan Babbit, Holland Sentinel, congratulations on being here. An interesting matchup. I'm sure both teams have not had to face a post player because they've had the dominant post player in the game. Can you talk about that matchup and what do you think's important for Hillary going against Kristen, who's coming off a 10-shot block game? And
well, I think we're looking forward to it. I don't want to speak for Hillary, but I'm sure she's happy to play against somebody her own size, because you know she and Alex both, but especially Hillary, gets beat up game after game after game. I mean, literally thrown to the ground over and over and over again. And it depends if you have officials who are going to make a call, because that's what people want to do. And I don't, you know, worry about officials very much at all. You know, I don't mean to pick on that, but you know, she's bigger and stronger, and so they let people get away with a lot more. And I'm sure that George Fox has found that same thing. So, you know, I look for great things for the game, and I'm sure she's happy to play against somebody her own size. Well, I think it's an interesting matchup in that, you know, the headlines were all about their zone defense, and we're all about a zone defense ourselves. We started out, and it's interesting because we were primarily, my philosophy, I love a man-to-man. Who doesn't? You know, we want to play man-to-man and throw something in. But we were 3-3 when we played man-to-man, and since then we've played a little bit better. So I think both zones will be a matchup. Obviously, I think hustle plays, I think defensive rebounding, you know, limiting people's run-out kind of scores. You know, those are the kinds of things that are going to win a game like this. And you know, for us, you know, we know that that's been our philosophy all along, and we want to take care of the ball, and our offense is set up to go through these two players. You know, we said a long time ago when we started the first, probably even before that, when you know, we were having academic meetings, I would always say, you know, we got to get the ball to the post player. We're not very smart if we don't go through them. You know, I think sometimes we've gone to them and watched rather than through them, and I think that's important. And I see in a George Fox team that very similar. We have a lot of similarities, I think. It's hard to kind of gauge their offense in some ways because we see them play against man-to-man because everybody plays man-to-man. So I think it'll be a great matchup. We're really looking forward to it.
At this point in the season, does the label freshman mean anything anymore?
You know, it's we had Hannah Tate, a freshman of ours, step up Tufts University, and you know, I heard somebody say to her, you're not a freshman anymore. You're like a sophomore now. So you know, I think, you know, everyone has a story. You have to have a story to get to this point. And you know, we certainly respect George Fox's, you know, run and their players. You know, I don't think anybody's a freshman at this point. You know, we come in, we all have, you know, the big stadium and lots of people in the stands, and they're going to throw the ball up, and we're going to play basketball. And so, you know, I don't look at it that way at all. Just as I don't expect my freshmen or sophomores to play as freshmen and sophomores either at this point.